So this is the Dyson Gen 5 Detect Absolute. This is basically what it comes with. So this is the charger and the battery. This is how you hook it up to the battery. Or you can just use the wall charger. I haven't installed it yet. To install the battery, you just slide it in. And if you want to remove it, it's a little bit tricky, this button. You don't push it in, but you kind of pull it out and then slide it out. This is like a permanent attachment, this short tube. Just slide it in there. It has this brush on the end that you slide forward. There's a button here to remove it from the dust container. You can leave it locked out, and if you're going to use the longer extension tube, it will depress these side buttons automatically and slide all the way in. This attachment is for hair, basically more for upholstery if you have bad hair. So that's for couches, armchairs, chairs and stuff like that. You can hook it on straight to here, press here and slide it in. You get the idea. This is a short, wider brush attachment. This longer tube, you can just press the button and install them. If you need longer reach, you can install them further along. This attachment is for hardwood, so that's smooth surfaces. It says it's fluffy optics, so it is fluffy, and there's an LED here that lights the surface, the hard surface, just from one side. It does a pretty good job lighting up all the dust and collecting everything from a smooth, hard surface. It is pivoting right here. Next up, and the last attachment, is this attachment for carpets. Installs the same way. So this design here apparently makes picking up hair and stuff, and it doesn't get clogged up. There's a neutral, minus and a plus sign. So if your carpet is too fluffy, you can put it on the minus. Maybe it won't be so difficult to drag it along. And these veins here, hair removal veins, that's what they're for. This carpet attachment is a little bit better designed than this hardwood attachment. So this is a better design because it lets you twist it and you can get underneath tighter objects, so lower objects. You can't do this with this one because you are limited by the height of the unit itself. If you want to, you can't really go any lower than that. You can with this one because this one twists like that. This unit here tells you everything you need to know. This back unit. So you can turn it on. It goes, so you have basically three settings. You have an eco, a medium, and a boost. The boost sucks the most, but there's not so much battery in the boost mode. Eco, medium gives you medium and it's on auto. You turn it on from here. You can change it from here, boost, medium, and eco. It gives you the counter for how many particles, depending on the size it got. And if you're in the green, you've cleaned it enough. These bars are really long, then you need to keep on cleaning. I usually just leave it on medium or auto. You turn it off from here. And at the end of the vacuum, it gives you a counter of how much stuff it got. So those are micrometers, particles. So above 180, I got 2. So during the vacuum and at the end of the vacuum, you can see how dirty it was. If it was dirty with small particles, bigger particles. This is the container. Let's go clean it out and I'll show you how you clean that out. But first, this is how you remove the back filter. You just twist it off and you wash it from the inside here and also from the outside here. Very easy install. And to clean this main container is also really easy. You basically just slide this forward. Let's go do this now. So you want to clean it outside, don't do it indoors. Do it above a bin or just set the dust free. It is really easy. All you do is slide this thing out. the top opens up. There is some hair here. You just do it a couple of times. And you close the lid back up. You will need to deep clean this thing sometimes. So just leave it open. Get a damp rag or something, or another vacuum, and vacuum it on the inside. As you can see, there is some hair stuck there. So yeah, get a rag and clean the gasket. Close it back up and you should be good to go. So to open it up, again, do that. There's a one here. You can just press it. This whole thing slides out. So you can do a nice deep clean. Clean the gaskets. You can also clean this drum here. You can vacuum it off. That would be the most ideal thing. Don't try to touch that very fine sieve. You might damage it. But you can go around and clean everything. This is the one that you depress. Okay, now let's try the hard floors first. I have already cleaned the container. Let's take our short stick. Let's take the long tube, the extension. Let's take the hard floor attachment. Let's go. Install the battery. Turn auto. You can see the dust particles there, the debris. Okay, let's go back now. We've got them all. We've got them all. And it's pretty quiet. I mean, I can talk while filming. Okay, that was the hard floor attachment. So while it is on, you can see how much battery is left depending on what surface you use to clean it and how dirty it is. It is usually less on carpet. So you have 38 more minutes, but the surface is hardwood here and it's pretty clean. And it depends on what setting you use. So that's auto, which is medium, or boost, or low, or eco. Now let's change it to the carpet attachment. So as you can see, the brush is spinning and it fluffs up the carpet, which is really nice. Also, as you can see now, the battery will last less time. So while you're cleaning, you can see the particulate counter, so the very fine particles, while you're moving it, they go up. Okay, now let's change it to this attachment for picking up hair, basically pet hair and upholstery. But you really don't need to use the long extension tube for that, so you can install it straight on the unit itself. So it is a heavy unit. After using it for a while, you do feel it on your arm, but it's not that bad. Okay, now let's just use the short tube that's meant for picking up debris in small corners. And this is the upgrade, one of the upgrades from the previous generation. That you can have it with you while you're using the long tube because it stores in there. And you basically use this the same as you would this. It's just wider and shorter, depends on what you have to clean. Okay, let's use it on baseboards, I'm guessing. Okay, so this is pretty much it. It is a good unit, a bit expensive, but it does the job, works really well. A little bit more powerful than the previous generation. The on-off button is here. It is not located really well because you need your other hand to turn it on and off while you're holding it. The previous generation had a trigger on-off button. I don't know which is better, but this is it. Now, let's burn this thing.